Hey, crafters. Hey. Oh my gosh, so I'm playing around and I thought I would try to do this live thing just for the fun of it. So we'll see how this goes. I have nothing else to get on and chit chat for a little while. How's everybody doing today? Hi, Karen. Oh, hanging in there. I'm in a tag swap with Scrap the World, and they're due tomorrow, so I'm working on them now. It's been that kind of week. We had doctor's appointments again yesterday. Uh-oh, what's wrong with the glue gun? Can you hear me now? Oh no. I'm trying to read at the same time that I'm looking through the thing. I was gonna try to hook this up where I could even say like look on my computer at the same time that I got it going on, but I'm not sure how to do that. So let me see if I can mess with something real quick. Oh, good. Oh, it looks like it's sideways.
Oh, it looks like it's sideways.
Let me mute it on the other end. Sorry. Oh gosh, let's see. Let's see. Oh gosh, you're gonna just see my whole mess. Maybe I'll just try to do it like this. Nope. Oh yeah, that'll take some getting used to. So I'm making little shaker tags for my swap. And I thought I'd jump on here and show you guys what I was doing with them. Let me see if I can get some better lighting. Oh my gosh, you guys. So my school just called, well, my son's school just called a little bit ago and said that they're on a lockdown. Apparently, a kid that used to go to that school said he was going to come to school and hurt himself. That makes me so super sad. So I wanted to share with you guys some of the stuff that I was doing with these because I thought maybe it would help you out. I bought this foam from Michael's, and it's really thick. It must be that 5 ml. And it's really hard to get through my die cut machine. I'm actually worried about hurting the machine itself, like breaking it, because I have broke one in the past or worn it out. And I actually ran this through the die cut machine twice before I ever cut it, like smushed it a little to do the skates. And it's kind of hard to tell, but it gets this weird look about it when you do that. And then I was trying to figure out what glue to use for these, so I was using this art glitter glue. I really like this. I had to fix the nozzle on it. And I used the same paper that I'm going to use for these little lanterns. It's this really pretty pink metallic shine paper that Home Shopping Network has. So I used it for the outline of the skate. And the die is an AliExpress die. It's super cute. It's the skate, and this is the front part, and then this is the back. So the back part I used to cut out the acetate. It's kind of hard to see. Acetate. Yeah, that's not helpful. And I've been gluing them together. Yeah, Karen, that is scary. I think this was reported before anything happened, so I don't know. My son had been out of school this week because of having strep throat and just went back today. Of course. Do any of you guys have one of those Xyron machines? Because I really wish that I had one now. But I don't know if it would work okay on, well, I guess I wouldn't have to use it on the foam part. I could use it on the actual. Of course, even for this acetate, I guess that wouldn't work because I don't want adhesive on everything. And I have made like a big old mess this morning. Like my craft room, I've done told myself when I'm get done with these, I have got to do some cleanup. I've got bits and pieces everywhere. It's crazy. Where's everybody from? If you don't know, I'm from Virginia. And if you can't tell from my accent, I'm from in the mountains. I live probably about 30 minutes from West Virginia, about an hour from Roanoke. A lot of people know Roanoke, Virginia. About an hour and a half maybe from Harrisonburg, where James Madison is. I die cut these skates. I die cut them out of this little die from AliExpress. I actually bought this one last year. But they do, no, I'm lying. This is this year's skate. They had a different one last year. But it's got layers to it, so you can make like a shaker tag out of it, and it's so pretty. They have a Tim Holtz one, but I don't know. It doesn't have the outline, so I don't know how you would make it a shaker. I cut all the pieces out separately, so this is a paper that was from Tuesday morning. I'll show you the paper pad here in a minute, but it's kind of got like embossed snowflakes on it. And I cut that out of the back part. I cut foam, and if you're just now joining, I cut the foam. I'd actually sent the foam through the die cut machine twice before I actually cut it out, because this is 5 ml foam, and I'm afraid I'm going to end up breaking my machine with this stuff. I need to order some 3 ml. I hear you can get it off of Etsy. And then I cut the acetate sheet with the back layered piece. And I'm using this art glitter glue to adhere the acetate on. And you almost kind of need to put something heavy on top of it so that it'll kind of hold down there for a little while. I'm also trying to do a lantern. I thought I would try to make both and decide which one I like the best. I don't know. I'll probably end up sending both. I'm not sure. Norway. Wow. Wisconsin's pretty far from me. Minnesota, Michigan. It's pretty cold here in Virginia now. It's really weird. Like, I don't know. The other day when I went to work, it was cold that morning, maybe like 30s or 40s. And when I got off, well, it was probably more than that. But by the time I got off work, it was freezing and the wind was blowing. I don't know. I love this. These lanterns are from one of the steel rule dies, so it actually cuts a little bit better, but I'm still worried about cranking it through my machine. I have like a Big Shot, and it's a hand crank one. I did divulge myself and get the Anna Griffin one from Home Shopping Network, the Impress, but I'm definitely too scared to death to use this on that because I don't want to mess that one up for sure. Oh, that's awesome. You know, I know there's somebody on Etsy that does the 3M millimeter foam too as well. But I'm going to have to look into that because I love making shaker cards and shaker tags, and I just like that. Oops. I want to show you the sequins I'm using, but I didn't want to, these are from Tuesday morning, and these kind of screw on, but these are the sequins that I kind of chose to put in the center of them. If you've seen some of my other things that I've done for like Christmas ornaments this year, I use that like faux fur material, and I think I'm going to add some of that to the top edge of this. But it might be a while before I get there. Hi, Leah. Oh, Detroit. I love finding out where everybody's from. That's probably like one of my favorite things when people tell me in comments on videos is where they're from. I think that's like my favorite part. I think it's because it's fun to find out how far your reach is sometimes of sharing this love of crafting with everybody and everything. And I've gotten so many good ideas from you all. I got to work on Saturday's video too for my ornament. I think it's probably going to be out Saturday night more than my usual Saturday morning. Tomorrow, my middle daughter's going to the cardiologist, so I can't wait to go there. I'm kind of nervous in some ways, but I would like to find out what's going on so we can fix it. So she kind of started being more symptomatic last week. She just keeps having this elevated heart rate, and she's not doing anything, like literally walking down the steps maybe. And sometimes just sitting in the bed, 130s, just sitting there. So Part of me thinks it's anxiety, and then the other part of me thinks it might be thyroid issues. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. We can use all the prayers we can get. I hope this whole school thing is okay. I don't know. If you guys are new or hadn't even been on my channel before, I'm a nurse. And um, one of the things that I honestly worry about in the future of healthcare is that mental health is taking a huge hit. In the last week, we had a couple people at maybe up to 3 different people sitting in the ER waiting for placement to go somewhere. And one was a 9-year-old kid voluntarily going to, a psychiatric facility, and they were there for 4 days. Like, I just worry about stuff like that. One, I probably would not have let my kids sit in the ER for 4 days. If they were going to want to go voluntarily, I would have just set them up through Community Services Board. But it's so hard to tell what people's home life is like, too, so it just makes me super sad. But I worry about having that many people in the ER and not being able to get them placed. And there's like a really huge need for psychiatrists out there, and just getting people placed and getting them the help they need. I mean, if you identify that you need and want help and can't get it, that's hard. Hi. Texas. Nice. Is it getting cold in Texas? Oh wow, Washington, huh? Washington and Texas. All right, Norway has us beat for being the furthest away, I suppose. I kind of put the glue down and then just kind of push it into the paper somewhat. You could lay something on top of it as well, but this art glitter glue dries pretty quickly. It's one of the reasons why you don't want to leave your lid off, because it will it'll dry quickly with the lid on. And look, I'm running my jab and didn't even put any sequins in here. I even threw a little bit of these little pom-poms in the last one. I'm not sure that they move around real good in there, though. All right, we're going to try this again. I might have to go back and put the glue back down on it. Anybody on here ever participated in a swap? I've done a few. I did last year's tag swap. I did last year's, I did one last year with Ida Martinez. Her channel is Created to Create. She did your 5 favorite things for crafting. And I thought that was a lot of fun, to see what everybody's favorite crafting things are. And I ended up doing that one again this year as well. I did some little box swaps where I can only do one thing at one time. I did Craft Purge did some embellishment box swaps this year using the little boxes from the Dollar Tree that are in the automotive section. And I had a lot of fun doing those too. I'd actually like to host my own one day, but we'll see. I cut the silver out of some the same paper from Home Shopping Network that this pink came from. It's an Anna Griffin paper, and just die cut the back part of the skate out, and then cut just I only when I ran the die through, I only put about this much of the die in there just to get the silver part, and then cut it at the very tip and then added it on there. And after I did it, I thought, well, I'm kind of glad that I even used the back die, because if I would have used the front, you would have saw the stitching. And I was thinking, oh, well, it would be better to not have that stitching in a sense. Like, I guess it would be okay, but I kind of like it without the stitching. Now I love that sound. Thanks. So today was one of I worked like 5 out of 6 days, 12-hour shifts. Some of them a little bit longer than that. And so I was so excited today to just be able to know that I could craft and catch up on laundry because I didn't have anywhere to be today. Like, it's not very unusual for me not to have anywhere to be. And I can't help but think that I might be a little bit boring just sitting here crafting in front of you all. But I like watching some of these, so I thought, let's try it. Why not? I'm not that exciting, I suppose. These, I know I don't get, probably, I'm hoping that when I smush it down, the glue will kind of cover everywhere. Whoops. And the sequins are large enough where I don't think I have to worry about them coming through. But on some shakers, I've actually used, like glitter. So you would want to do something that would hold just a little bit better, because your glitter would kind of seep out and seep through there. I kind of wish all the pieces had this little loop on them as well, but I guess it'll be all right. I probably should have made like 10 of them and tried to do a set that hangs down like this. That would have been really cute. I guess it's not too late. Whew, it's a lot more die cutting though. I had some of the really thinner foam, but as you can see, there's a big difference between these. And I thought about layering them, but then I thought, well, if I go to layer these, sometimes it's tricky on getting it all lined up. And, just putting that much glue on everything would have been kind of hard. And my die, for some reason there, a couple times, didn't want to cut up near this one corner that well. I've been watching crafty videos this morning while I was working. Sometimes it's hard to watch while you're trying to create, but I like to hear, I don't know, I like to have something going on in the background. Sometimes I even listen to the news, but that's kind of depressing too, so. This one will be okay. It's kind of like a little messed up there at the top. I kind of try to line up the bottom. This one might be a little wonky. Anybody have snow yet? It blew snow the other day. I got glue on my fingers. I only need 5 of these, so I already had a couple extra. So I wouldn't have to make many more if I really wanted to. Let's see. I got 6, 7. I got 7. I would only have to make 3 more if I wanted to make doubles. have so much static in me. Look at that. I can't get it off. It won't come off. I add some of these little pom-poms in there. I don't really know if they make a difference, but hey. Hi, Tina. Okay, y'all gotta tell me what you're gonna make for dinner tonight. Oh gosh, there's only 8 of you left. Thanks for sticking around. I know this is probably very boring. I can't imagine. You'll have to tell me what you're having for dinner tonight. Give me some ideas. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of shrimp scampi, but I need something to go with it. I love going to Red Lobster and eating theirs, but that's like an hour away. And it's kind of expensive. I'm gonna take my little piece of acetate. And I actually have been cutting off I use the back piece. Tina, I'm making tags for Scrap the World's tag swap for Christmas, and I'm using this little tag I got from AliExpress. It's a little ice skate. And it's the front and the back so that you can make the little shaker out of it. Ah, Tina, that sounds good. We went to the Red Lobster in Roanoke and they didn't have broccoli, which I thought was really odd. They usually always have broccoli, but they did have green beans. And here lately, they don't have the green beans. But I always think that the broccoli is a little less filling, and if you're going to do all you can eat shrimp, then you don't want to bog yourself down with a whole big baked potato and all that good stuff. I love their cheesy biscuits too. They're good. Yeah. I got a little bit of glue right here on the corner. I'll see how it goes here in a little bit, but I may just take like a little alcohol wipe just to kind of get that up. I think it's just where it kind of stuck to my finger. But I like going like all the way around the edges and kind of, whoops, pushing that in. And I'll let these dry before I shake them, or maybe the sequins will kind of hit that wet glue and they'll stay there. I've had that happen a time or two. Oh, thanks, Tina. Yeah, those biscuits are good. There's a little bit of static on some of them where they're kind of sticking to the top anyway, so. I'll kind of move some of them out of the way so I can get to the others. I used some of the acetate that you can get at Staples. That is for, like, I guess you know those old machines? Oh my gosh, I'm telling my age. Y'all might not know. I used to use these little projectors and put it up on the wall. They would print the stuff out on these little acetate sheets. You know, it's funny how much you think how far we've come just since I've been in school. I can remember just, you know, like in 5th, 6th, and 7th grade of having a teacher that still wrote on the chalkboard. And that's pretty well unheard of now. Everybody's got a whiteboard. I try to keep these in frame. There is a gal here on YouTube named Scrap Diva, and I believe she can get some of her 3M foam off of Etsy from a girl on there. I'll have to look it up and find out what it is. I love making these little shaker cards or shaker pieces. I've bought a bunch of different ones from AliExpress to use too. Do any of y'all make Christmas cards? Hawaii, huh? Nice. Although I have heard people say finding things is difficult. Is it even hard to find things online? You know, a lot of us take for granted all that priority shipping through Amazon. You can have everything in 2 days. So when you've got to wait, a lot of times for me, if I order something off of AliExpress, it's pretty much a month before I'll see it. Alina Crafts is usually pretty good about getting theirs in quicker, but and I did have one recently that came really quick. Like I've had something from KS Crafts ordered from over a month ago and still I'm hoping I'll get it any day now. But I ordered something after I did that order, like a week or two after, and got that even faster. And I was like, "What?" Because when I got the stuff in the mail, I thought for sure it was them. And I'm thinking they used to not be that slow. Of course, it's so hard to tell what got, what the holdup was. But it took them a while. I keep hitting the camera. Sorry. I know it took a while for them to get the order even ready this last time. So, and that was before their big sale. I'll try to be a little bit better prepared the next time I do this. Maybe I'll have a lot of stuff already done and um, try to make it a little bit more fun. Oh gosh, and Hobby Lobby's kind of expensive on shipping too, huh? My Hobby Lobby is, well, all of them are at least an hour and a half away from where I live. So when you think about even having to drive back and forth, you're thinking that, yeah, you're going to spend at least $20 in gas because I have a four-wheel drive Pilot. So I try to think about that sometimes when I wait for them to ship it to me, but I get annoyed when it takes like 2 weeks to get something because the last time I ordered something from Hobby Lobby, it took 2 weeks. And I'm like, really? I got to pay all that in shipping and it takes that long? You can't, because most businesses have accounts through UPS and FedEx to where they can kind of ship them faster, but it didn't seem like, I don't know, the last time I ordered something from them, it seemed like it took forever. Was Seymour the board? We have something, they've had something where it was a virtual thing or um it was almost like a video, you could do video classrooms, like virtual classrooms when I got to college, and I know they've been using things like that in the elementary schools now. Ah, I got one more to put acetate on. Yay. I probably should have hit these with a dryer sheet. Yes, it's a die. I got this one from AliExpress. I might be able to pull up what store. Let me see if I can tell you. I can't remember if this one came from KS Crafts or not. Oh, hang on. I know how I'll do. This is like the front part that cuts out this silhouette of it. And then the back part cuts out like the whole piece. And then it also cuts out that little hanging element from it. And then on the bottom part of the skates, I did a silver paper. And I did use the back part of the skate to do it, so it doesn't show the little stitching. There's actually a stitching that even goes into the actual bottom part of the skate too, but I kind of like it better without the stitching down there. And I'm in a tag swap with Scrap the World, so I was just kind of making them, and I don't even know what possessed me to want to jump on here, but I guess I'm lonely. I've been able to craft today. It's been awesome. I worked like, I don't know, 5 out of 6 days. And my niece was in town Saturday, so I had to go see her. I've been working on, I was trying to play catch up with my ornament videos because I've got a series that I'm working on for that. And tomorrow's video is going to be cookie themed. Ugh, I can't wait to even start trying that. I need to finish these up, include a little goodie with them. This is the acetate I'm putting over top of that. And I added some sequins that I got from Tuesday Morning. These are kind of like a candy. They make me think of cotton candy colors. Let's see. The tag requirements, they didn't want it to be more than 3 to 4 inches. So let me see if I can slide my camera down. And this is just right at 4 in the width and about 4 in the height as well. So about 4 by 4 at the longest points. And let's see. This little die is only like $2.71 on Allie's, and it's in Andy's store. But if you go in and put shaker skate, or let me see what I put in. Skate shaker die. Andy's store has it for $2.71. Somebody else has it for $1.45. Let's see who that is. But I have ordered from Andy's store before, so I know they're a trusted seller anyway. I can't even tell what store that's from. It won't let me see. Oh. Loluo store. It's Loluo store. And they have 98.3% feedback, positive feedback. So I've never not gotten what I've ordered. I've probably gotten some orders that might have been missing a die here or there. And I've always been able to dispute it or get your money back out of it. I've not been stiffed so far on an entire order for AliExpress. I was a little bit hesitant on it, and if you're really nervous, then my best suggestion is to go out and get one of those credit cards that you can get from like Kroger's and only put a certain amount on it so they can't, nobody can steal your information, or the most they're going to get is $50. I've thought about doing that, even if when we go out of town and you use one of those Airbnbs, of getting like a burner, um, like a burner phone, a burner card. Ah, I love these. They're so cute. So I'm going to go back and start adding the top layer to some of the ones that have been dry for a little while. Some stuff from Ali doesn't take very long, but I've had some things almost take a month for me to get. Andy's store usually ships pretty good though. But I would expect at least 3 weeks. And of course I'm in Virginia, so that could be, just a little bit further for it to come. And I don't know if some of it is just getting through customs or what. I was just saying a little bit ago, I have a KS Crafts usually does not take that long for an order to come, and I ordered something and the very next day ordered something else from them because I realized that I didn't get something that I kind of wanted, and I still haven't got that order, and it's been over a month. It says it should be coming here any day now, though. It's some of the little baking things. I would have loved to use some of those in a swap. Some of these that are on AliExpress, like that have been decorated, are really super cute. They did something different with their um, the little ties. That's really cute. I do wish they gave more pictures. The biggest drawback I see to AliExpress is that if you go and say buy a handful of dies and you get them a month later, sometimes it's hard to remember what they're for, because I bought the Happy Meal box and I was looking at it this morning thinking, what is that? Because there's no directions, there's no pictures. So that's the drawback. I guess that's what you're paying for when they come from a big box store. That one's cute. Oh, it makes me kind of want to add little pearls to mine. Might be getting me some ideas here. I have mentioned I want to add some little fluff to the top. I've been using some of that faux fur. Oh, I don't know why I'm holding it that way so you can see it. I want to use some of that faux fur along the top of it. I've used that in some of my ornaments. I have an ornament series, the 2019 Make It Merry ornament series. That was kind of one of the reasons I wanted to make an extra one of these, because I thought, oh, I'll use that for that too. I don't even know how to get back out of this. Let's see. Let's see what other pictures we can find on here. Ooh, that's pretty. Thanks, Tina. I'm a little obsessed with that faux fur stuff. I did see that Joann's had it on sale for like $7.98, which you know, Walmart's wants $15 a roll for it. And I almost ordered some, but then I was like, I really don't need any more. I love it. I'm gonna make a wreath out of it. I've got a couple Christmas projects planned, but I've got to get I'm gonna try to tuck this down in there a little bit so it doesn't show the foam so much. I've got a couple Christmas projects planned, but I've got to get my ornament things done first. Oh, I love that sound. Oh, you'll have to tell y'all son's in the military. Tell him thank you for his service from me. My ex-husband was in the Marine Corps. We were stationed in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina together. He was actually in Okinawa, Japan for a year and did kind of did some neat things while he was stationed overseas. He got to storm the beaches at Normandy and reenact D-Day just like his grandfather did, and I thought that was really like super cool. It was even like on the news. Like you couldn't tell who anybody was, but it was really cool. My son mentions wanting to go in the military every now and again. And my son-in-law, well, future son-in-law, is trying to get in the Air Force right now. He's working on that. And I was really shocked when, you know, like, I don't know, they were talking about Gold Star families, and there weren't that many people that knew Gold Star families. And I was like, wow, my area would. We just live in a small town area, and if you don't get a job at this big local paper mill, there's not a lot of opportunities here, and a lot of kids go and join the military in this area. So I was really shocked to hear that not many people knew Gold Star families. My husband's brother died in Afghanistan. It was his little stepbrother, but I can't imagine. Oh. Am I there? Oh, that's so sad. I hate that in so many ways. I just hate to hear that our men in uniform don't come home. I hate to hear that they're not treated good when they come home as well. That upsets me. I wanted to work at the Veterans Affairs Center for the longest time, but their facility is more than an hour away from me, and the hospital I work at's only maybe a 15-minute drive to get to work. And it's really nice when you have young kids in school of not being so far away. I've got glue all over me. I was getting ready to wipe up this glue with a little bit of alcohol, but I remembered that it took the color off of that silver paper, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to have to get a little bit of water later and see if I can get that off of there. Can you see the screen now? I got a phone call and I don't know why it did that. Let's see. Let me see if I can fix it. I'm trying. I don't see where I can fix it. Like, I can see it through my camera, but I can see on my laptop that it's not showing up. I don't know if I should come back out. Well, I'm not exactly sure why it's doing that. I can see it, and I can even see what you guys are typing. I wonder if I'd come back out and go back in. Let's see.